St Helens coach Sean McRae hands the number 10 jersey to teenage Latham, and a tough task for him, but no lack of experience in the three-quarter line. 77 tries already this season. Salford then in possession, just allowing the forwards to find their feet. And Steve, you at Halifax playing Leeds tomorrow. This is a very, very interesting tie for you.
It is. It's going to be a tough game tomorrow. Two good teams, Halifax and Leeds, both wanting to get to Wembley, and it's going to be a real solid clash tomorrow.
Anthony Sullivan. Saints' turn now to give one or two of the forwards a dash. Andy Northey at number 13, signed as a centre from north of England and Waterloo Rugby Union. And Simon Booth again, one of Saints' forwards, a centre. Chris Joynes. And St Helens coach Sean McRae looking for a powerful game from that Great Britain second row. The pitch in very, very good condition. Nice little chip kick by Goulding. Oh, he has got the ball. A beautiful pass out. Gibbs to Hayes in the corner. Oh, that is a sensational try. Superb rugby from St Helens.
Bobby Goulding at his best here. Great little chip kick. Sees there's no cover defence there. Two players around him. Still offloads to Northey. Then Gibbs. Then straight out to Joey Hayes, who scores in the corner.
This is a confidence come out for the top of his game. The chip early on in the game, most people would have looked to put the pass in or the long kick into the corner. Not Bobby Goulding. Regathers the ball. Finds Scott Gibbs on the outside as the defence is drawn in. And then the pass to Joey Hayes, who just squeezes into the corner. Great try and a fantastic start for St Helens.
St Helens with the bigger pack. That might tell in the second half in the midfield. But Goulding did well to get across there as well, Joe, acting in the role of a sweeper.
It's not only in attack Bobby Goulding's presence felt, but also in defence, sweeping across the back line just to cover any gaps. That long post pass, and he was there to cover it, Bobby.
St Helens certainly got plenty of pace in this pack. There is an example. Chris Joynes trying to go through, as I said, Northey and Booth, former three-quarters, and very few hookers quicker than this man, Cunningham. Penalty there. Ethan, one of the many youngsters at Nosey Road, making their way towards the first team. Now Paolo Parolini, big, powerful Western Samoan, played in the Rugby Union and Rugby League World Cups. Joynes just lost his footing. But the pressure still on Salford, and Goulding swinging that ball along. Good run by Simon Booth. He timed his entry nicely there. Nice to see a second row running from deep. On the fifth tackle, the pitch is very, very heavy down there. Problems for the players. Goulding with that little shot. Oh, well stopped. Coming well in the line there, spotting the danger. Back to Lee. Martin again. But the gap closed. And offside. Point scorer for the past 2 seasons, and he's on good form. But it's Saints in possession then. Cunningham coming away well. Good run there from the hooker to Booth. Just lacking the support. And Paul Newlove just taking a breather there. Cunningham again. Could be one of the major influences in this game, this young hooker, John.
Yeah, the speed in particular. He's able to get away from the markers and scoot 10 yards almost at will. Andy
Northey there coming through that gap on the fifth tackle, but a penalty against Paul Former for lying on at the play the ball, and it's the sin bin. Well, Paul says, you what for, but no point protesting. Mr. Campbell has made his decision. Goulding then looking to restore that margin with this penalty, and he does. Goulding to feed. Oh, and he plays the blind side. Cleverly done there by Bobby Goulding. Of course, he's got 20 metres to work in there now on that side. Paul Newlove coming away well. Just a good ankle tap there by Lee. Parolini. Saints looking for forwards to be there or thereabouts. Here is one. Oh, a good burst from Andy Northey. He's looking for Scott Gibbs. Back to Hammond. Well, 1 or 2 Two Salford fans protesting. They felt he was a forward pass. Not so, says Mr. Campbell. Play on. Joint back inside to Newlove. On the fifth tackle. St Helens still looking to take advantage of that extra man. Back to Goulding. Oh, he just couldn't control the ball there.
Yeah, some concern on the St Helens bench about Simon Booth, the St Helens forward. He took a bang in the face, looked like on his nose a few moments ago. Jeanette Smith, the physiotherapist, is watching him from the touchline, keeping a close eye on him. He's still in the game and probably clearing his head.
Goulding organising in midfield, trying to bring Apollo Perellini down the middle. He does. Perellini, oh, a tremendous run. He's going himself. The big, powerful Western Samoan, and he's over.
Yeah, Bobby Goulding again, bringing people across, trying to pull people off the line. He finds Perellini on the inside. There is a gap there, and a couple of defenders from Salford just drop off, and it's left to a straight foot race between him and Steve Hampson. Steve does eventually get in, draw him back, but can't stop his momentum from going over the line.
Slow it down that little bit for him.
And I think Joey Hayes knew what he was doing, because he shot away like a bullet from a gun, Joe.
He was very sharp and on foot and in thought there. He knew that if he could pick the ball up quickly and run to Salford marker, it was offside, he'd get the penalty and relieve that pressure that Salford applied.
St Helens switching play again, using Goulding. Trying to bring Gibbs on, oh, he does do so. Powerful burst there by the Welshman. But it was Goulding's pass inside that did the damage. Saints now, from right to left. Hammond, Prescott. Salford defending desperately again. Goulding looks for the drop goal. No, veers away, no goal. On the fifth tackle, Lee with a nicely placed chip kick there. That's a rush for McAvoy. Oh, he still keeps that ball in. Excellently done. Lee again, back inside. McAvoy. Superb run with this. Peter Edwards going for the corner, and he's in at the corner. Lakely. And all credit, I think, Steve, to the handling. You know, we've had very, very few knock-ons.
No, both teams have handled the ball superbly. It's been a great entertaining game, and at this stage it's very evenly matched.
And in order. And there is an example of the skill factor in the handling today. Just one error.
This is a vital part of the game. The last 5 minutes before half-time, we know what happens. There's usually a try scored, so both teams will have to be on their guard to prevent that.
Joy Hayes, oh, he had a clear field. Hampson came across well. Scott Gibbs, he's a powerful centre, but forwarding well to get across there to hold him. Salford racing back desperately here. Goulding knows the space out wide. Hammond brings it to Joint. Oh, Leighton did well to hold that. On the fifth tackle, will Goulding go for a drop? Hammond puts the little chip kick through, but it's well covered.
I was surprised that St Helens never kept moving the ball to the left, because they had plenty of numbers out there, and they had the inside runner come back inside.
Well, Joey Hayes has been troubled with a hamstring. This is his first game back. He cut inside and he hesitated a little, but he's had a superb season. But it's Saints still pressing here as we come to this half-time. Cunningham to Northey. Just 8 metres there now from that Salford line. Goulding again trying to bring these runners off. Having a go himself, but well looked after by Mark Lee. Good tackle by the Salford scrum half. Hammond, switch, good ball to Sullivan, he just can't get there. Excellent tackle by McAvoy. Help coming from Panaper. Still Saints put the pressure on. Scott Martin's there, but he's pushed behind. Leatham, just 19 years of age, but already making a name for himself in the Saints front row.
This is going to be a big test for Salford right here. It's the third set of 6 tackles St Helens had inside their 22, and it's nearly half-time. They need to defend with everything they've got now.
Hammond looks for support. He finds Joint. Joint can't get that ball away. But as Steve said, Salford have been on this line for over a dozen tackles. Hammond again. Gets it back inside to Newlove. Oh, Oh, just held there by Scott Naylor. Good play there by Naylor. And the fifth tackle. Still this Salford defence holds out. Back to Bobby Goulding. Goulding tries another one of those high kicks. Rogers is underneath it. He's lost it. Perolini's got the ball. Perolini gets the ball to Gibbs. Gibbs is into the corner. Oh, and it was a mistake in the end by Salford. They couldn't hold the ball. St Helens taking advantage of it, but that pressure simply had to tell.
We've seen this kick from Bobby Goulding several times, both at club level and international level. Hoisting for the corner, hoping for a mistake by the defence. The ball bounced loose, Perolini gets it, struggles off a tackle again, and then finds Scott Gibbs with a little flick pass, and nobody can stop him.
Joey Hayes making a brave dash down the right wing there, despite a problem with his leg. Chris Joynt. Salford eager to hold out here into injury time in this first half. Paul Newlove, well looked after by Panipper. Sam Panipper again moving across in a sweeper roll, cutting out the centre. Bobby Goulding with a high one. Steve Hampson's underneath it, so is Prescott. He flicks it back for Perolini again. To Boone, Saints have got a chance here, and Andy Norley, the dummy, and goes in under the post.
See Bobby Goulding puts the kick high up in the air again. Plenty of follow chases from St Helens. Steve Hampson gets up, Steve Prescott gets up, ball goes back to Perolini again on the spot. Simon Booth out to Northey. Northey dummies there, Darren Rogers falls for the dummy, and Northey scores under the post.
Well, they need to dominate from the start and try and force the arrows.
Well, the lost ball there, and Scott Gibbs picks it up and comes away. So a chance goes begging for Salford. They had the chance there to haul themselves back in the game immediately, but Saints coming away with the possession. Chris Joynt, and I'm sure Chris Joynt and Bobby Goulding will want to settle this ball down here amongst the forwards. Via Matautia, the substitute, number 15, powerful Western Samoan, and Phil Vivers, another substitute, experienced Aussie. Oh, and there's that man Perolini again, motoring away downfield there. What a game this Western Samoan is having. Goulding to Hammond. Hammond looked for support from Paul Newlove. Newlove racing away to the corner. He's got the confidence to go himself. Oh, and Paul Newlove. A combination of power and pace.
This time a long ball from Bobby Goulding. Gets it out wide, and once Paul Newlove gets on it, he uses that strong right-handed fend and then works his way to the left-hand side of the field. Beats Steve Hampson for pace, and his size and strength takes him over the line.
Bobby Goulding with an awkward kick just on that 20-metre line, but not awkward to this international scrum half. Hammond. Bobby Goulding there again, once again racing at the heart of this defence, sending Norley through. Andy Norley filling in this number 13 role superbly. And this man causing all sorts of problems. Perolini, prop number 8. 10 metres from this Salford line. Chris Joynt powering in there, but good tackling. Good defence there from Paul Forber. Goulding moving it out wide. Hammond to Matautia. Matautia racing it on his knees. Oh, but he recovered. And via Matautia roaring in for yet another try.
You'll have a look here. Bobby Goulding, he feeds the ball out there. Now Carl Hammond, a great ball to Matautia. He's strong, he's powerful. Steve Hampson just got him as he's falling down. I think he clipped him in the head a little bit there, but he's receiving treatment now. But he's just full of power. His ball doesn't go to ground, that's play on.
Coach Andy Gregory asked his players to lift the game at half-time, and perhaps they've responded to that, although they'll be remembering his words at half-time when Gregory told the players that 2 mistakes cost them a pair of tries, their fault.
Nathan McAvoy just into his own judgment. Oh, and McAvoy went well down the corner there. Just coming on the field for David Young. Salford and in! And I said what a difference a try could make. Cunningham putting pressure on Salford down the middle. He's not only quick, but he's strong and he's determined. Perellini. Always looking to get the pass away is this powerful number 8. Phil Vebers sensibly puts that ball away down that far side. Lee. Nicely timed chip kick to McAvoy. Now then, McAvoy, he's got Prescott to beat. He cuts inside Prescott, but good recovery there from Sullivan. On the 5th tackle, Richard Webster. He's got Burgess. Nice pass to Burgess. Oh, McAvoy's into the corner. Excellent play between the two substitutes there. Saints on the defensive. Blakely, Panapa. Panapa can't get the ball away. There's no need to do so. And Sam Panapa is in. And St Helens will be desperate to hold on to possession here. That line has taken a battering. Salford Hearts are racing around this ground. Leatham. None played harder than this youngster in the front row for St Helens. Paul Newlove needs a dash or two from him now. Here is one good, strong, powerful run from Newlove. Cunningham to Anthony Sullivan. Sullivan trying to go around McAvoy. What a good battle down this wing here. Goulding on the 5th tackle. Looking for Matautia. Matautia racing in over the post. Oh, it was a copybook tackle from Bobby Goulding. He picked his runner out. He could have picked any of 1, 2, 3 runners.
He has ball in both hands, watches the defensive line. When the gap appears, boom, the short pass, Matautia straight through for a great try.
Scott Gibbs. Goulding. Good short pass there to Chris Joint. Chris Joint should be looking for support here. He's going to go himself. Well, he's got 2 or 3 with him. Oh, is he going to run out of supply? No, he's not. Paul Newlove's there.
I think Chris Joint on this occasion had too many options. Once he was put through the gap, well into his stride, he had Anthony Sullivan on his left-hand side, Prescott was on his inside, and also Newlove. I thought he'd take the wrong option at one point, holding the ball, but then Paul Newlove just held off that little bit and was able to gather the ball and score the try.
So, a tap and 6 more chances with the ball to Salford. Panapa, Savelio. Good ball back to Panapa. Still attacking down that left-hand side. Burgess is there. Oh, and he's in again. Oh, has he dropped the ball? No, he hasn't. And neither was that. The final whistle. There'll be a lot of tired players out there, but certainly they've given us a feast of rugby.